On this race 1 qualifier, we got Dylan in the Audi, Vince in the Honda, Ash in the Merc, Gamid in the Honda, and Bruno in the VW. As the lights turns green and away we go. Great start by Gamid and Vince on the outside there as we approach turn number 1. Hard on the brakes. Vince and Gamid have both gone wide. Dylan's clear, Ash is clear, and Bruno are clear. On board with Ash in the Merc. As he approaches turn, put it straight into the wall. Bruno moves up that position into second place with Vince and Gamid going past, leaving Ash down in 5th position. Ash up against the wall as we see Vince making his move there on Gamid. So Vince moves up into 3rd position. The positions as they cross the line to begin the second lap is Dylan, Bruno, Vince, Gamid and Ash. Into turn 4, Bruno, Gamid, Vince. Bruno's gone a bit wide. Gamid recovers nicely, handbrakes up. Bruno and Gamid collide, that goes straight into Vince. That's Vince, Bruno and Gamid, massive contact here in turn 5. Not a great start. Side by side, Gamid and Bruno. As a jump, there's a big contact. Oh, massive damage by Gamid as he gets sent straight into the wall there. Very unfortunate. Vincent approaching turn number 4. Guys in front, Gamid is unsighted. Big impact into turn 4. Gamid's wheels are spinning. Hits back into Vincent. That was a massive impact. So 2 laps later it's Gamid and Vince in a heated battle once again. Gamid now will be on the inside. Oh, he's run very wide. Vince has taken that inside line and he's gone and taken that position. So Dylan will come across the line to win, and the positions will be Dylan, Bruno, Gamid, Ash and Vince. Race number 2 in the qualifying rounds. The drivers will then change across the 2 different lobbies, and the top 3 from each of those lobbies will then go through to the final. So the lineup for the second race is Dylan, Ash, Gamid and Jakes. Green lights and off we go. Gamid's got a great start on the outside there. They approach turn number 1. Bit of touching there between Ash and Dylan, but nothing too sinister. Round 1 they go into turn number 2. Oh, impact from both Jakes and Ash onto Dylan. Ash is away first, coming out of turn number 2 as they head down into turn 3. Ash has gone very wide off the track there, using that handbrake. Dylan's taken a very sneaky inside line there. I'm not too sure how much of the track he really used there. Into 4 they go. Slight contact. Oh, much bigger impact, sending Dylan off, and Jakes will then connect the rear right of Ash in his Mercedes-Benz. Dylan crosses the line in first, then Jakes, Ash, and Gamid comes flying over the line to just about land on Ash there. Jakes and Ash will then take their joker laps. Lap 2, Gamid up against Ash. Oh, big contact, spinning both the cars around. Very, very unfortunate. On board with Jakes as he takes the jump to begin the 6th lap. Hard onto the brakes, using the handbrake, getting that rear to step around. It's gone very wide into turn 1. That's much better, being able to actually hit the apex through that corner into turn 2. Jakes having pulled about 6 seconds away from Dylan, who was leading at 1 point and lost control going into the joker lap and landed up wrapping himself around the joker sign. So Jakes coming around the last corner there as he'll take the win. Dylan in 2nd, Ash in 3rd, Gamid in 4th. So it's finals time here at Hal, here in Norway at Lankenbanen. The top 3 from each of the groups have now come together to join Carl in his lobby to begin the final. So the top 6 qualifiers from each of the different round robin groups is Kyle, Jakes, Bruno, Vincent, Dylan and Ash. And away they go. Jakes has had an amazing start off that line as they head onto turn number 1. Ash and Vincent, they take the Joker lap. The positions are Jakes, Kyle, Dylan and Bruno. Oh, contact in between Dylan and Bruno. Oh, more contact there. That's definitely going to put some damage on his vehicle. As they head down into turn number 2, Dylan's gone for the inside line. Getting that power back on. The rear's been upset. Oh, that car's out of control and oof, into the wall. That's definitely going to hurt Dylan's chances for this race. Great shot of Carl coming around that last corner as Jakes crosses the line in first place to begin his second lap. Carl getting the car a little bit out of control as he comes over that jump, but great recovery into turn number 2. Jakes has gone slightly wide. Will Carl be able to capitalize on that mistake? Carl 2 goes a bit wide. Heading down into turn number 3. Side by side. Carl getting the power on in his attempt to hunt down Jakes. Into turn 4 they go. Oh, Carl's hit that inside lip. That car just jumped out. That rear went very far around, but Carl managed to hang on to that. Great piece of driving there by Carl. Bruno crosses the line to begin lap number 3. He decides to take his Joker lap, with Vincent now having gone past and taken that position away from him. Into turn 2 he goes, followed by Dylan in that extremely battered Audi. Dylan's gone wide, even wider than Bruno had gone. Into turn 3 they go. Dylan takes a much tighter line, trying to get the power on to still fight for these positions, but their car's just so uncontrollable at the moment. The springs on their car are just absolutely damaged. Reason I know, because I was behind the wheel. Dylan gets the inside line there from Bruno. More impact on the back of Dylan's car as they cross the line to begin lap number 4. A shot of the 2 Hondas of Jakes and Vince. Position 1, position 2. Third we'll have Bruno, then Carl, Ash and Dylan. Jakes goes extremely wide into turn number 5 there, giving Vince the opportunity to capitalize and make up some of those vital seconds. Great shot as they both come over that jump to begin the next lap. Jakes has gone extremely wide. Vince has been able to capitalize and gain some more time onto Jakes there. Much better turn number 2 from Jakes. Getting that power down in the right way, getting the wheels in the right direction, just to make sure that he's getting as much power down onto the road to create that momentum going forward. Bruno and Carl touch, they collide into the wall. Bruno goes, Carl losing his bumper. Massive impact there as they were approaching turn number 3. Vince is still on the charge to try and get Jakes reeled in. Round turn number 1 they go. Into turn number 2, a much wider line you have from Vince, but I see what he's trying to do, trying to get that car as straight as possible, so when he puts the power on he's going in a straight line and not sideways as you're seeing him doing right now. Up the back straight they go. Oh, Vince has lost it. The rear just snapped out on him, just losing vital seconds that he was trying to gain up on Jakes. But this will definitely make Jakes' life a lot easier up front there as they cross the line to begin lap number 6. As Dylan comes into turn number 3, you can just see how unstable this car is. It's just wiggling left, right, puts him straight into the wall and gets a little welcome present from Carl. Back to our leader Jakes, who's on his 7th lap, just coming out of turn number 3, setting himself up for 4. Nice line there as he gets that nose up against that wall. Great 4-wheel drift as he goes around turn number 5. It's where he was auditioning for Need for Speed. trackside, we have a look at Ash getting extremely wide and just giving that place up to Dylan, who's still fighting hard even though this car is going 7 different ways. Ash just gives him a little nudge. Dylan returns the favor, puts himself back into the wall. Great shot as Ash now starts catching up to Carl. But at that speed, Ash was extremely optimistic as they both take the jump. The positions on lap 9 for Jakes, 8 for Carl and Ash. Jakes is in first, Vince second, Bruno third, Carl fourth, Ash fifth, Ash fourth, Ash fifth, and Dylan in sixth. On board with the race leader as he starts lapping those back markers. Around 4 he goes, setting himself up into fifth, and I see he does have his windscreen wipers on this time. Well done, Jakes. He crosses the line to begin his last lap, with Vince 3 seconds behind, followed by Bruno, who's 19 seconds behind Jakes. Carl a further 29 seconds, who is very much in the threat of being lapped. Ash 33 seconds behind, who has been lapped already, and Dylan, who, oh well, rallycross is just not his thing. Jake's heading into the last corner here, massive 4-wheel drift, and that's how the race will end. Let us know who your favorite driver was. If you did like the video, give it a like, subscribe, and we'll see you soon.